Hello, everyone, and thank you all for joining us during the Lytham Partners Fall 2023 Investor Conference. My name is Ben Shamsian, Vice President of Lytham Partners. Our next presentation comes from Edge Total Intelligence, ticker symbol CTRL on the Toronto Stock Exchange, Venture, UNFYF on the OTC, and Q5I on the Frankfurt Exchange. Presenting from the company is James Barrett, CEO of edgeTI. A copy of the slide presentation is available on your webcast screen. Today, I've asked the company to briefly run through the slide presentation, and we will then engage in a fireside chat-like Q&A session. As a reminder, the company will be available for one-on-one virtual meetings. If you have not already signed up, please send me an email at shamsian@lythampartners.com. That's shamsian@lythampartners.com. or visit lythampartners.com/virtual and click the one-on-one meeting button request. With that said, let me now turn the presentation over to James Barrett, CEO of edgeTI. Please proceed.
Ben, thank you very much. And I wanted to thank you from everyone at Edge for having us at this Lytham conference. I look forward to the eventual one-on-one conversations. They're always entertaining and engaging, everything you guys set up, and we really appreciate you having us again. So we're starting off with edgeTI, Edge Total Intelligence. And we would not be living in today's era for it not be for these disclaimers. So there are the disclaimers. Now, edgeTI, what we pride ourselves on is we are providing the right information to the right people on the right device at the right time so they can make decisions and run their organization. You can find us at edgeti.com, and we're going to go into more detail on who uses us, why they use us, more about the company that I look forward to discussing in one-on-one soon. So if you look today, I believe everyone here has probably heard of artificial intelligence, AI, these days. So if you think about it, I wanted to put this slide up to give you an idea the amount of funds that have gone into this marketplace over the last 7 years. So it's quite a bit, nearly 400 billion in US dollars in almost 58,000 startups. It's likely more by now. This information is maybe 30 days old, and it's significantly more. But the ultimate question not only investors ask, but our clients and large organizations ask is, who makes AI work and who makes AI safe to be consumed by a large organization? This is exactly what Edge does. So if you look at this, Forbes, another thing, what do you know? The very first of the top 10 trends around technology for 2024, number 1, generative AI. The number 5 is personalization at scale and utilizing information in the data economy. Again, Edge, we illustrate these proficiencies in each of these categories. If you think about it, Edge is a software product that can run in the cloud, run on premise. People consume it any way they need to. If you think of your home as the example, I know that over the last probably 6 months, it's gotten much more complicated for everyone. I know at my house it has. We have various applications that I'm paying for that require different logins, streaming services. I think I have 42 applications just on my television. Now, if you can imagine large organizations, they have thousands of applications that people have to continually log in, log out. Organizations have spent hundreds of millions of dollars putting these applications in place. And ultimately, people want to know what's going on with the organization, how to fulfill their individual roles, and how to do more easily. So if you look on the left there, companies have, again, hundreds of applications. Edge ties all of this information together into one screen. It allows clients to see the information that's important to them, make decisions, and act on that information within our platform. We ultimately take the complexity around information away and allow people to act. So here is an example of the way people use our product. We're creating workplaces for operations teams, leadership, line of business owners, call centers. You think about large groups that have to act on information and run their business. Right here is an example of a multi-billion-dollar communications firm that specializes in providing communications to first responders and Department of Defense, both in the US and our allies abroad. In this screen, you're going to see about 25 different applications that are ultimately tying together information such as what is happening where. There are devices in the field that are providing these telecommunication services. What is the status of those? What is the weather around those? Who can impact and fix incidents as they occur? What is the health and status of all of this? Without Edge, you're going to individually look through maybe the various, in this case, 25 different applications to know ultimately what is going on to provide this service to your clients. It's not an efficient way to work. When lives are at stake, you need to use a product like Edge to make sure things work efficiently. Now, the next question we always get asked, who are our clients? Well, we're fortunate to have some very large customers. These are just a few of our clients. We have about 25 active clients today. Starting on the left, we have the largest healthcare provider in the world, the United States Department of Veterans Affairs uses our product. Largest consulting company, Accenture, uses our product. Largest HR payroll provider, ADP, uses our product. The largest non-state-owned bank in the world uses our product, JP Morgan Chase. People use our product in a way that allows you complete visibility into your organization. In the previous example was an example of operational status to see what is going on within the organization. Here is an example of human resources information, financial information, job scheduling information, project management information. This is an example of something that's been done for a $1 billion 17 business unit company. This is allowing them to run their business in live and real time. They have all 17 business units rolling up within this visualization. You can click on the left to get different industry, different verticals of the 17 different groups, but ultimately you can see how are we trending for people. If we have X resources and the need over the next 6 months is Y, and that is an increase, you already have visibility to know within the next 6 months we need these resources. You can see where is our most unbilled labor, where is our gross profit, where is our most profitable clients, where are our least profitable clients. It is allowing you a factual view into the health of your organization and what historically has been done by gut, seat of pants, historical knowledge, not an efficient way to run it, but ultimately you're getting cross-organization visibility into the business. Where are people, we're often asked, who do we compete with, right? So the competitors are build it yourself, which is costly and time consuming. The other would be the large mega suites that are out there in the marketplace that are listed on the right. But ultimately, if you look at Edge, what we are doing is we are delivering value for a fixed price. It's lower cost comparatively, significantly lower. We are deployed within 90 days or less. And we are very open in our ability to connect to any of the components and technologies that our clients have underneath. So one of the things we're asked is, what are the marketplaces we're in? And other than controlling and operationalizing AI, the other will be digital twins. An example of a digital twin is the visibility into the health and welfare of an organization across the organization. It was the example I gave earlier from the 17 business unit engineering firm. But if you look at this is a marketplace that's expected to grow by 40% on a compound annual growth rate, where there's a large software component and there's an even larger services component. Edge is being recognized right now by the #1 technology industry analyst, Gartner, in playing in this space, providing all the necessary functionality and value within this space. If you look at the growth of the services and the software, this is growing as fast or faster than AI over the next 7 years is what we're looking at. Don't just take my word for it, though. You can look at Gartner's recommendations listed twice there below. Now, what are our projections and key metrics? So we have annual subscriptions that are paid in advance. They are in terms varying from 1 to 5 years of a lifespan. Our average client, once we book a deal, lasts 5 years, is the history that they do business with us. Our average subscription price is almost $300,000 US, and we have 250 plus out-of-the-box integrations. People ask us, what are the integrations? The integrations are what we tie into the underlying software components to make this visualization and information actionable to the organization. These are things like SAP, PeopleSoft, Oracle, ServiceNow, etc. But there are 250 out of the box. To this point, the company has been bootstrapped. We have been doing it with little outside investment. And as you can see from the previous slides, there is opportunity in the market. It is a fast growth market. And there are opportunities that we feel if we can put ourselves in the right situation for outside investment, if it makes sense, we can grow at a faster rate. But again, the important part is prior to 22, we had 0 subscription revenue, and we're growing at a decent pace for any company that's switching from a perpetual to a subscription model. All right, what is our growth strategy? With the growth of digital technologies and AI, we need to empower customers to use what they have, integrate new technologies, and get value from them quickly. We do that at scale. We do that from some of the largest organizations there are. The other is, where are we taking this from a partnership standpoint? My background is starting and running both product and services organizations over my career. And our route to market there is through systems integration, partnerships, and OEMs. They are the trusted advisors to these clients, to these large clients. They are the people that are being asked, how do I utilize the technology that I've invested in over the last 10 years to get the value that I need from it? And obviously, in today's marketplace, cash flow positive operations and reduced debt are key components to what we're doing, what we're focused on every day, and put us in a good position for growth going forward. So we talked a little bit about who our clients are. I think we're fortunate to have some marquee clients. I would also say that the marketplace itself is growing and healthy, forecasted by any third-party analyst you look at over the next several years. And then who are the people behind this company? Each of these people on the leadership team of Edge has 20 or more years experience in the industry. We have been at small and large organizations. So you're learning best practices at large organizations, yet you know how to put it to work rather than just being at a large company, not having experience with small companies. We have a leadership team that has experience in both, actually, which is unique. I would say when you look at the market growth, you look at the clients, and you look at the leadership team, you'd be hard pressed to find a company in our position having all three. Where are we today? About 50, almost 60% of our shares are closely held. I would say that we're in a position right now where our stock is very inexpensive. Market estimates as of right now are almost 10x revenue. We're a little below 7 right now. It's very inexpensive. We're in a market that's growing, and I look forward to talking about this in greater detail with anybody who wants one-on-ones, but it's a great opportunity. And I should add that I myself am very invested in this. I'm the largest individual shareholder in Edge. So if you take nothing more away from this, remember the following. We're providing the right information to the right people at the right time on whatever device so they can act on it to make decisions for their organization. We have large customers. We're not just focused on one industry. We're recognized by analysts in rapidly growing marketplaces. We have a tightly held capital structure, and we have partnerships to go to market today that are in action. Thank you. This is our information. This is how you can get in touch with us. Ben, where do we go from here?
Thank you for that. I want to dive into some questions. We have
Sure.
a little time. Jim, can you walk us through an example of what a customer asks of you to do and what you do for them to become integral into their operations?
All right. As you can imagine, I get asked this kind of thing a lot, so thank you. The first thing I would say is, where are people, what is core to their organization? And there are generally 5 things or 7 things that are core importance to large organizations when you break it down. And I'm going to give you a few direct examples. Department of Veterans Affairs is one of our clients. We have a 5-year project with them that's nearly $5 million in awards to Edge. They use our product as an example to provide real-time visibility into their online pharmacy and the status of that. But what that means in reality is the VA has 12 centers around the United States that fulfill prescriptions that come in, whether from VA hospitals, individual providers, primary care, CVS, etc. They have to fulfill it within 24 hours, and they got to pick what center has the inventory. Are there weather problems? Are there labor problems? What could be the issues with that? And this has been a big win for the VA. We are the component that tells them where's the product, which center to ship it to, how to get it out within 24 hours and get it out fastest to the veterans. That's a complex operation, as you can imagine, but we are helping them with fulfillment of 500,000 prescriptions to veterans daily. Another example would be the world's largest consulting company, Accenture. They use us for the front end of their business processing organization. As a simple example, people outsource operations to them, and ultimately it is finance, accounting, human resources, things like that. They, as an example, a hard example, they're processing between 100 to 150,000 invoices per day. They are tying together multiple systems to do this faster. Prior to Edge, it was taking about 13 minutes to process an invoice. While using Edge, it is taking less than 1 minute with fewer errors, and we can automate that. So ultimately, if you think about it, there's 2 examples of people have a core need within their business. It is the tying together of the relevant information, and it is allowing people to act on that information. They are 2 core examples. And another one, which I listed up earlier, if you can find an organization, many of them grow by acquisition. I use Northwind Group as an example. They have 17 business units. Many of them have different financial HR systems, job scheduling systems, things like that. We're providing that visibility across all 17 business units. Where is the unbilled labor? Where are the resources that can be billed? What are your job schedules and resources needs for the coming 6 months? All of that is live in real time. There's 3 examples of ways that, to me, that's a testament to how sticky we are. And again, why when people do business with us, at this point, it has not been less than 5 years generally, because it's very sticky, and it's a good way that we can help organizations directly.
All right, that's helpful. You have a great list of very large and prominent clients, both in the private and public sector. These organizations have large IT budgets. They have teams of IT personnel. What makes them choose Edge as a solution versus, doing it themselves?
Sure. I mean, that's a great question. And I would say that in some way, shape, or form, our largest competitor actually is doing it yourself. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Edge, the issue is that's very expensive. It's basically saying you have an unknown cost, an unknown outcome, and an unknown timeline to deliver. And when you're done, it's likely going to be very expensive to run. When you saw earlier in this deck, we have 250 plus out-of-the-box integrations. We are able to integrate and complete projects in 90 days or less. And if you're providing core visibility into what people care about within those 90 days, it's much better than the alternative. Conversely, one other thing that I want to bring up, which we always suspected, but we found really interesting within the AI space. So we within the last 90 days have engaged with 3 different AI providers, because if you think about it, ultimately they are collecting information, providing it back within a very technical way that's difficult to interact with and control. What Edge is doing is we are the front end of now these AI solutions, providing this information in a way that people can interact with and make decisions on. We just recently have 3 different customers that are AI software companies, standalone, and they are using us as the front end of their offering. One is in oil and natural gas, one is in IT service management, and another is in logistics and supply chain. And there'll be more of that coming.
Got it. You put a great emphasis on monthly recurring revenue, or MRR. Why is this number so important in your business? And can you speak about the profitability of those MRR dollars as time goes on?
Yeah. That's a great question. And because I'm a simple person, I like to put it simply. You have a monthly cost and you have a monthly recognition. So you want your monthly cost to be lower than your monthly recognition. And we're tracking that. It's core to what we're trying to do in today's marketplace. You got to be cash flow positive. You got to be making money. And that's been my focus since I got here. So if you look at it, we are a little less than $100,000 a month in the red. So we look at it like that's a few transactions away from being profitable. If you look at it, our profits should be, our gross margins are almost 70%, and we'll actually be higher in the coming months with some of the new innovations we put in place. But ultimately, these contracts are annual. And I look at MRR because they're annual or multi-year, but ultimately your business is recognizing it on a monthly basis. So that's why I use that as a factor, and that is how it transfers back to cost, profit, things like that.
Got it. And finally, just want to touch on the balance sheet and your path to becoming cash flow positive. What are your needs currently, and what's the path to get to cash flow?
Yeah, as I said, we're about 3 transactions, our average size transactions, away from profitable. We expect that coming in 2024, could be Q1, Q2. The steps that we want to take is, there is a great opportunity in this marketplace. I mean, look at our clients. We've invested all the capital we have available to. We're a product company, and the product needs to work and needs to work at scale without problems. Based on our clients list, I can say that that is absolutely true. Where we need to focus our efforts is when it makes sense with the right partner to raise some capital and focus on sales and marketing to get the word out. But I think winning hearts and minds in real time is something we've been able to do. I expect to be profitable again in 2024, and we are about 3 transactions away from that. We're focused on a balance sheet constantly, and I would like to add that we've converted debt, about $6 million in debt, to equity over the last couple of days. I think it was October 4th when that got done, and we look forward to focusing. That's what it's all about in today. You know, I want to say, hey, give me tons and tons of money, we'll just grow and burn, but that's not where we're at. We have a very practical approach to the market, with real customers in a real market with a real team.
All right, got it. Thanks so much, Jim, for your time today. Greatly appreciate it. To anyone out there who has not already signed up for a one-on-one, again, please send me an email at shamsian@lythampartners.com. That's SHAMSIAN @lythampartners.com, or visit lythampartners.com/virtual and click the one-on-one meeting request button. With that, we hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Ben.